Deacon Shin, this is Christina. Can you please test your microphone?
Muted. Test, test. 1, 2. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly. Thank you, Deacon.
Very good.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here. We would like to call City Council, would like to call the September 17, 2024 City Council meeting to order at 6:33 p.m. The GoToWebinar transcripts of the council meetings are available upon request after the council meeting. For real-time transcription, visit your Apple app, Google Play Store, and download the services such as Live Transcribe or Live Caption. The public is encouraged to join the meeting online and by phone at the numbers printed on the agenda, which can be found on the city's website at www.diamondbarca.gov, or in person here in the main auditorium in the South Coast Air Quality Management District. We have also allowed public comments to be submitted in advance to the city clerk. If any were received, they will be noted for the record and when we get to the public comment period. This meeting is being recorded, and by participating, you are giving your permission to be televised. This meeting will be rebroadcast every Saturday and Sunday at 9 a.m. and alternate Tuesdays at 8 p.m. and archived for viewing on the city's website at www.diamondbarca.gov. We will now proceed through the Pledge of Allegiance and invocation and roll call. So please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, led by Mayor Pro Tem Tang, and then please remain standing for the invocation by Deacon Dennis Shin of the St. Denis Catholic Church.
Please place your hands over your heart and face the flag. Let's begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let us pray. God, our Creator, we give you thanks and praise. We pray that you bless every person and family here in Diamond Bar who made this great city their home and sanctuary. Please also bless all the hardworking public servants, our dedicated men and women who work for this city, for whom we are very grateful. And please bless everyone present here, especially our council members and Mayor Pro Tem. As they exercise their elected public duties this evening on discerning and deciding on the matters of the agenda presented before them to the best of their ability. May you be present with them to guide them in wisdom. We pray in your holy name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Please be seated. City Clerk Santana, can you please call the roll?
Yes, Mr. Mayor. Councilmember Chow,
I'm here.
Councilmember Lowe,
Here.
Councilmember Tai,
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Tang,
Here.
Mayor Liu.
Here. Thank you so much. And for the approval of the agenda, the City Council met in a closed session earlier today, starting at 5:30 p.m. There are no reportable actions. City Manager Fox, are there any changes to the agenda?
There are no changes to the agenda this evening.
Thank you, Mr. Fox. The agenda is hereby approved, and we have a couple of special proclamations. One special proclamation, if my a colleague can join me here on the floor as we present, declare September 2024 as Hispanic Heritage Month, and the Diamond Bar High School Hope Hispanic Organization of Parents in Education here to accept. Please join me. Hi, good to see you.
Sorry you have to hang out with this mold.
Thank you so much for being here, ladies and gentlemen. This is the parent helping our students at Diamond Bar High School. And I will start reading our proclamation, and then we'll share a few words. So, the Hispanic Heritage Month 2024. Whereas for over 50 years, the Hispanic Heritage Month has been celebrated in the United States from September 15th to October 15th as a time to recognize and celebrate the many contributions, diverse culture, and extensive histories of the American Latino community. And whereas we began the observance September 15 because it is the anniversary of the independence for Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua. In addition, Mexico and Chile celebrates their Independence Day on September 16th and September 18th, respectively. and whereas the observation began in 1968 as Hispanic Heritage Week under President Lyndon Johnson, and in 1988, it was expanded by President Ronald Reagan to cover a 30-day period and enacted into federal law, calling upon all people of the United States to observe this time with ceremonies, activities, and programs. And whereas the Hispanic population in the United States total over 60 million people, making it the largest ethnic or racial minority and 18.9% of the total population. And whereas the nationwide observance theme for the Hispanic Heritage Month in 2024 is Pioneers for Change, shaping the future together and paying tributes to the spirit of innovation, resilience, and unity that define the Hispanic experience. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Diamond Bar City Council does hereby proclaim September 15 to October 15, 2024 as Hispanic Heritage Month in Diamond Bar and urges the community to learn more about the various Hispanic key figures, cultures, traditions, and values that positively enrich our community and nation. Thank you so much. And would like my council member like to share a few words? All right. So here, we'd like to hear a few words from our Hope. And thank you so much for your due. And introduce yourself and share a few words.
I did leave my speech over there, but thank you so much. Thank you, Mayor, City Council members, for allowing us to be here tonight to receive this proclamation. Hope at Diamond Bar High School is a very active parent group. We also have a student group that one of our four main goals that we have is to celebrate our heritage and to share it within the community. And also, I just want to say we do have a scholarship program that we want to, every year raise funds for and help to guide to award them to students so that they can go on and pursue higher education. And we find ways to try to support them in every single way. Thank you so much for this honor.
Yeah, thank you, Stan, for inviting everybody here, and we just appreciate everyone for recognizing this month, and yeah, thank you.
Well, thank you so much, and thank you for accepting this proclamation. And thank you for all you do for our community and our children, and definitely reaching the culture, and a lot of it is education. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. And am I allowed to give you a little gift from Hope? From it's a small little.
That will be for our city.
It's just small little bags. These are just some bags with some candy. Am I allowed to do that? Yes?
Of course.
And it has this for you. So thank you so much. And hope you have enjoyed this evening.
Wow.
Thank you.
I certainly remember. Wow. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
So much. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. Appreciate it. Good to see you again.
That's cool.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Diamond Bar Hope.
You guys need me to check your good bags. Exactly.
That's a good point. What about those guys? Is there a similar organization at Diamond Ranch?
Next year we'll get Diamond Ranch. This is very new, yeah. Thank you so much. Okay, and on to our city manager report and recommendations. City Manager Fox, are there any reports?
Mayor, you may want to mention that item 1.2 is being continued to a future item.
Okay, thank you.
Future meeting.
Thank you so much, Mr. Fox. Item 2.1, a certificate of recognition for Mr. G's Pizza. Unfortunately, Mr. G's owner will not be able to attend today due to a last-minute change, and we will extend it and reschedule it for a future meeting. Thank you.
And there are no additional reports this evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Fox. And public comment. Public comment is the time reserved on each regular meeting agenda to provide an opportunity for members of the public to directly address the council on consent calendar items or other matters of interest not on the agenda that are within subject matter jurisdiction of the council. Although the City Council values your comment pursuant to the Brown Act, members of the council, City Council, or staff may briefly respond to public comments if necessary. But no extended discussion and no action on such matters may take place. There is a 5-minute maximum time limit when addressing the City Council. At this time, I will call up speakers who have submitted a speaker card first, then City Clerk Santana will ask those callers joining on the teleconference who may wish to speak on their public comments. And I have received 2 speaker cards so far. And first, we would like to call up Ms. Cynthia Yu of the Diamond Bar Library. Ms. Cynthia Yu.
Okay, good evening, Mr. Mayor, Mayor Pro Tem, council members, city staff, and members of audience. My name is Cynthia Yu from Diamond Bar Library. Today, September 17th, is Citizenship Day. We would like to invite all adult readers to join our online Citizenship Reading Challenge in the month of September to learn more about U.S. citizenship and immigration through our recommended book list and other resources. Read for 400 minutes for a chance to win a Kindle Fire. We also have citizenship in a bag for customers to check out at Diamond Bar Library. This toolkit in a box contains a variety of educational material for the naturalization exam, including flashcards, multimedia tools, and step-by-step instructions on the U.S. naturalization process. Kids and teens who are in K through 12th grade are invited to participate in our 45th annual bookmark contest now through October 5th. We are looking for drawings, paintings, designs that celebrate books, readings, libraries, or whatever they would like to celebrate. Entry form can be picked up at Diamond Bar Library or downloaded from our library website, lacountylibrary.org. In celebration of Hispanic Heritage Month, join us for a Bella Bella interactive bilingual concert for families tomorrow, September 18th at 4 p.m. This program will introduce kids to Spanish using music and movement. The program is best suited for ages 10 and under with parent or caregiver. In honor of Banned Book Weeks, please drop by Diamond Bar Library next week. Show how you celebrate your freedom to read with one of our Freedom to Read displays and collect an I Read Banned Books stickers. For more information about our library service and program, please visit our website, lacountylibrary.org. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Cynthia Yu. And next we have Deputy Mr. Aaron Scheller for to ask for help.
Hello, hello. There we go. Hello, City Council. Mayor Liu, Pro Tem Tang, and City Council members. I'm here again to not as your deputy, but as a person who's going to be attending a event called Dash for Hope, which is a childhood cancer awareness event. It's a walk-run event. It's going to be held September 28th at South Point Middle School. We are going to be there from 11 to 3. Would love to have you guys come out. It's just going to be talking and promoting health. There's going to be some people there that are going to discuss and promote on how we can do that in a healthy fashion. But I also want to remind you guys that September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. And so we do celebrate it the entire month, but we do that by wearing gold. So gold is the color of ribbon that we wear for childhood cancer awareness. And so if you guys are free on the 28th, we'd love to have you participate with us for that day. Also, as I just got to see the Hispanic Heritage Month proclamation. You know, it might be a consideration. I know that Brea just did it, but maybe a consideration in the future to make a proclamation that September could be Childhood Cancer Awareness Month for those that have gone already into the fight and survived, those that will be going into the fight, or those who have lost their fight. So maybe in the future we can make September a proclamation for childhood cancer awareness. And with that, thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Aaron Schaller. And definitely, we will keep that in mind. And that's all the speaker cards I have. If anyone in the live audience would like to speak to the City Council or make a public comment, please fill out a speaker card. And City Clerk Santana, were there any public comments, emails received?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, there was one email from Liz Spear submitted for public comment tonight. It was forwarded to the City Council and placed at the entrance to the meeting for public viewing. At this time, if any member of the public joining this meeting via teleconference would like to address the City Council, please select the raised hand icon in your GoToWebinar program. And there are no hands raised, Mayor.
Thank you, Ms. Santana. Once again, if anyone would like to address the council or make a public comment, please raise your hand or speaker card. Seeing none, we will now close public comment. And we will now move to the schedule of future events and the consent calendar. City Manager Fox, can you please announce the schedule of upcoming events and then proceed through the consent calendar?
Mayor and Council, on the schedule of future events, there will be free catalytic converter etching tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. at Calvary Chapel on Golden Springs. Coffee with the Cop will be held on Saturday morning, September 21st from 8 to 10 a.m. at Starbucks on Golden Springs and Brea Canyon Road in the plaza at Diamond Creek. The Planning Commission will be meeting on September 24th, starting at 6:30 p.m. in the Windmill Community Room at City Hall. And the Parks and Recreation Commission will be meeting on September 26th, starting at 6:30 p.m. here in the AQMD Auditorium. And our next City Council meeting will be held on October 1st, starting at 6:30 p.m., also here in the AQMD Auditorium. On the consent calendar this evening, you have approval of the August 20th regular City Council meeting minutes, ratification of the check register dated August 14th through September 10th, approval of the Treasurer's report for August, adoption of Resolution 2024-37, amending the city's conflict of interest code for personnel, approval of an agreement with Western Audio Visual for the purchase, installation, and configuration of a new citywide access control system, including an appropriation to the Equipment Maintenance and Replacement Fund to cover the cost of the project. Approval of a purchase order to GovConnection for the citywide purchase of computers and accessories. Approval of a multi-year master agreement through fiscal year 27-28 with LA County Flood Control District to transfer for the transfer of Measure W funds to the city. Adoption of Resolution 2024-38, approving the plans and specifications for the Pantera Park Hardcourt Rehabilitation and Parking Lot LED Retrofit Project, including a determination that the project is categorically exempt from the California Environmental Quality Act. And adoption of Resolution 2024-39, approving the plans and specifications for the Diamond Bar Center Grand Ballroom Lighting and Controls Upgrade and Main Entry Doors and ADA Improvement Project, including a determination that this project is categorically exempt from the California Environmental Quality Act. And that concludes the consent calendar for this evening.
Thank you, Mr. Fox. And would anyone of my colleagues like to put any items for discussion?
I'll make a motion for approval, Mayor.
Okay, a motion from Councilmember Lowe
I'll second.
and a second from Councilmember Chow. City Clerk Santana, please call for the vote.
Yes, Mr. Mayor. Councilmember Chow,
Yes.
Councilmember Lowe,
Yes.
Councilmember Tai,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Tang,
Yes.
Mayor Liu.
Yes, motion passes. Thank you. And there is no public hearing items on today's agenda. And we will move on to item 7.1. City Manager Fox, please provide the report.
Good evening, Mayor and council members. The League of California Cities will be holding their annual conference October 16th through the 18th in Long Beach. Councilmember Chow is the city's delegate and will be attending the conference. There is one resolution that's going to be presented to the membership for consideration, sponsored by the city of Glendora. It's a resolution basically calling for the state legislator to enact laws that are fair and equal treatment for all government officials at all levels in the state. The council has the options to provide direction to Councilmember Chow on discretion on how to vote on such a resolution to make sure that he represents the city's interest. You can suggest that the item he support it, oppose it, or possibly abstain from it. It's recommended that you consider a recommendation to support the resolution at this point in time. And I would be happy to answer any questions that you might have.
If I can just add one quick comment. So the way the process works at this resolution is introduced by Glendora and just need 5 cities to sign on. So they have the 5 cities that agree to essentially co-sponsor the resolution. This will then go to a policy subcommittee at the conference. Then that subcommittee will make recommendation to the executive board of the league. Then that board will then make the ultimate determination whether or not to bring that to the floor of the General Assembly. So there is a chance that this may not make it out of committee, but in the case that it does, we do need direction from my colleagues on which way we want to go, whether support, abstain, or oppose.
So,
Thank you, Member
Councilman Chow, does all that, what you just described, take place between October 16th and 18th? So they'll leave with a yay or a nay?
Correct. So we typically will find out by the end of the second day of the conference whether or not this resolution will come to the floor. If it doesn't come to the floor, they usually will cancel the General Assembly meeting altogether.
Thank you.
Question 2, is it possible that the resolution will get changed between the beginning of the session until the time of the voting and subsequent to our voting here today?
It's possible. So this will go to the subcommittee at the conference, and they will make the recommendation. So they could recommend to amend it. They could, and that will ultimately go to the executive board. But just in the past, if that were to happen, most likely then the resolution will get tabled so that people have more opportunity to review whatever that revision might be, especially if it's material.
Well, would it then be put over until the following year, or is it later by email vote, or it's basically a way to kill the resolution without voting if you amend it substantially?
I'm not sure. Yeah.
Okay.
I think we'll go back to the subcommittee.
I see.
Thank you.
But
Let me
I'm sorry.
open to any public comments first before we go to discussion.
Oh, go ahead.
This is end up being a discussion. So I'd like to see if there are any public comments on this item. City Clerk Santana, or is anyone online that may
There's
like to make a
someone
comment?
online now, and if you'd like to provide a public comment, please go ahead and click on the raised hand icon in the Go To Webinar So Far program. No raised hands, Mayor.
Okay, thank you, City Clerk Santana. And once again, if anyone would like to make a public comment on this item, and seeing none, we will close public comment and we will move on to council comment and discussion.
To
Councilmember Dai.
Councilwoman Lowe's question, Councilmember Chow, would it take another year? You said it could go to the policy subcommittee, it might not make it out. Do they then wait another year to consider
No,
it?
if that's the case, most likely will be then presented to the executive committee to be voted on by the full board at the next board meeting,
Okay.
most likely.
Oh, nobody has any thoughts on this? I was very excited when I saw this on on the agenda. It is so appropriate to do this. It is the opportunity. Remember, anybody that's, I've been here a long time, anybody that has listened to me has heard me rail against RENA numbers that come out of Sacramento, rail against what happens in our city, on our streets, that we don't have any control over, what's happened with housing and so on, that we have no control over anymore. This is a terrific opportunity to say, we're all in. And if you come up with something in Sacramento, be prepared that it's going to apply to you as well. I wholeheartedly agree with this.
Okay. Do we have any more comments or
My
discussion item?
My other comment is, we, as elected officials, all of us on every level, we swear to uphold the Constitution of the state of California as well as the federal Constitution. And embedded in the Constitution is fair and equal treatment as applied to everybody. And what we've seen is the opposite. Some rules that are coming out of rules and policies that come out of Sacramento only apply to certain members of the elected that have been elected by the people and not others. And that just seems to me to be the opposite of what we've taken an oath to do. So I'm really happy that someone has put this together.
I think what else is remarkable is when you think about the things that apply to us and don't to them. When I was going through this, it reminded me again, the Brown Act doesn't apply to them. It's remarkable. A guy in the legislature came up with this so many years ago, but it didn't apply to them. It's ludicrous.
Thank you. Thank you for Councilmember Tai and Mayor Pro Tem Tan.
Yes, when I read about the document about this resolution, I think one phrase strikes me most is that if that applies to one, it applies to all. I think that will reflect what everybody just said. So I fully support this. But I want to make it clear that let the public know this resolution probably have no actual power or no legislative power. It's just an expression of our thought, the League of Cities thought. So that we would like to support it, but it cannot control what the legislation eventually do. So I just want to make it clear. Okay. Let the public know about this, what we are talking about. What we will support probably eventually cannot force the legislation to do whatever. They can still have the power on their own to do whatever they want to do. Okay, so that's my comment.
Thank you, Councilmember Tan and
Just-
Mayor Pro Tem Tan and Councilmember Chao.
Thank you, Mayor. Yes, and I would agree the resolution is largely symbolic, but it does send a strong message. And the League, being one of the largest and oldest advocacy organization for cities in California, I think it sends a clear message to our counterparts up in Sacramento that whatever applies to us should apply to you. But you're right, it's not a binding bill that we're introducing, but it does send a clear message. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
One more thought.
Councilmember Tai.
Maybe one more. One of my favorite movies was Network, and one of my favorite lines in the whole movie was when the guy opens the windows to yell out, "I'm mad as hell, and I'm not going to take it anymore." And that's really what this is saying. You have gone so far out of line with what they're doing that I think if you're right, Mayor Pro Tem, that it won't have any impact, I think it will be the opportunity for people to say, the people of Los Angeles, the people of California said, we want this. And this is really something that could lead to a future vote for the voters to say, okay, we think it's a good idea.
Thank you, Councilmember Tai. Any follow-up discussions or comments?
Well, I'll just make the motion that, how should we do this motion that we direct our delegate and alternate to support the motion? Is that sufficient?
That would be sufficient.
All right, so that'll be the motion.
I heartily endorse that, second that.
Okay, so we have a motion from Councilmember Lowe to support this and have
Resolution.
delegates support this resolution.
Well, before we take the vote, I have a question for Councilman Chow. Are you comfortable with that, with this action by the?
I'm here to take direction from my council. Yeah, I'm a delegate for the city, not for myself. So whatever the council decides, that's my vote. Yeah.
Excellent.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, so and then we have a second from Councilmember Tai. City Clerk Santana, please call for the vote.
Yes, Mr. Mayor. Councilmember Chow,
Yes.
Councilmember Lowe,
Yes.
Councilmember Tai,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Tang,
Yes.
Mayor Lu.
Yes, that's a unanimous. Thank you. And Councilmember Chow, you good? I'm good. All right, thank you so much. And we'll move on. Agenda item number 8, and council subcommittee reports and meeting attendance reports and council member comments. And we will start with Councilmember Chow.
Thank you, Mayor. First, a happy Mid-Autumn Festival today. It's a day of celebration and bringing family together. So for those that celebrate, go easy on the mooncakes. As far as subcommittee reports, Mayor and I serve on the Economic Development Subcommittee. We had a chance to meet with staff yesterday. They introduced the Office of Economic Development, which I thought was a great idea. And thanks to City Manager Fox and Assistant City Manager McLean and Danette. What's her title? Danette's title.
Principal Management Analyst.
Management Analyst, Ellen. So thank you for your presentation yesterday. There's a lot of exciting things that's happening on our website, and also our staff is out there pounding the pavement, trying to get our business community to be more engaged. So a lot of good things coming. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, Councilmember Chow. And Councilmember Lowe.
Thank you, Mayor. I was really glad that we issued the proclamation for Hispanic Heritage Month. Thank you, Mayor, for your leadership in that. It's very exciting. I wish we had a Hispanic festival or maybe music maybe next year.
For sure.
And Deputy Scheller's suggestion to recognize September as Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, I really support that. Thank you for that suggestion. That's really well taken. I think it's a little bit too late for this. This is our second meeting, so we won't be able to do it for this year, but definitely next year. I think I really support the event on September the 28th. Childhood cancer doesn't just affect the patient, but really because it is a child, it really affects the entire family and the impacts and the care and just the worry. It's really something worthy of our support. So thank you for that suggestion. I have one announcement. I have a photo. Can we share that, please? There it is. Every time that we have our city council meeting, our lovely librarian shares with us the events that the library puts on for the community, and the way that those very creative and good events are funded is by the members of the Diamond Bar Friends of the Library. So what they do all year long is to raise money so that they can move those funds to the library to support Hispanic Month and cooking and science shows and tutoring and all the other things that they do. Immigration is this month's theme. So so this year, the big event for fundraising is Sunday, October 16th, and it's not too late to get your tickets, although they are October 6th, Sunday, from 4 to 7. Tickets are limited, but it's a very, very fun event, and you'll enjoy it and have a good time seeing friends, visiting neighbors. There's auctions, there's lots of food. You'll get to taste some wine, and if you don't like wine, there's also other beverages, and all the money goes to support the library. So it's a very, very good cause. So go on the website for the Diamond Bar Friends of the Library and get your tickets and support this very, very worthwhile event. And also happy Autumn Moon Festival to everyone. I say go all out, enjoy your moon cake. And with that, I'll say goodnight.
Thank you, Councilmember Lowe. Councilmember Todd.
You crack us up, Councilmember Lowe. And by the way, 30 years. That's remarkable that it's 30 years. And thank you, Mr. Scheller, for this. You finally delivered one I can read. I appreciate that. I hope folks will go out and spend a few hours, spend a couple of hours, run, walk, roll, or stroll. I like that a lot. So I hope to see you out there. I'll be a little late. I have the grandkids, so hope that we'll be able to take them out too and walk a few laps for you. Good night. God bless you.
Thank you, Councilmember Hai. And Mayor Pro Tem Tan.
I attend our city's senior club, Evergreen Senior Club's Moon Festival celebration last week, and I was very happy to see a lot of our seniors resident there doing very well. They have excellent activities there. They're showing their talents. They are showing their singing talent, the dancing talents, and really they're wonderful performances, and they enjoy the activity there, and they also thank the city for providing the location and providing the many helps for them to organize the event. And also that now today is the Moon Festival, but next this coming Sunday, I think on September 22nd, our city's Diamond Bar Chinese American Association will also organize a event in Diamond Bar High School as a celebration for the Moon Festival. And again, this festival will provide good food, games for the kids, and also they will have a performance from the students. And it has been running for many, many years. And so I wish that all our communities members can go there to enjoy food, can enjoy some performance there. And this, as well as the wine soiree activities we just mentioned, Councilmember Lowe just mentioned, I think these are all the good events that will bring our community together. And we should come to this event, know each other, appreciate each other's culture, and this will be the foundation, our society, foundation of our community. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem Tan. Yeah, definitely that's part of the spirit of Diamond Bar. And I'd like to wish everybody a happy Mid-Autumn tonight for all those celebrating. Growing up as a kid, that is one of my favorite holidays because as kids, we get to stay up late and we get to eat mooncake and hang out with friends, and it's very fun. I used to be able to eat a whole mooncake by myself. I don't think I can do it anymore. Thank you. As Councilmember Chow mentioned earlier, we had to thank our staff for the economic development update, and that has been very excited on the projects we're doing. And speaking of that part of what we experienced about a week, 2 weeks ago, that we had the Beer Fest and also the Taste of Diamond Bar. We'd like to thank our staff for a wonderful event, putting that together and bringing the community together. It's so great to see the community come together, and it's for a great cause. And that day, it was 106. And then through the quick thinking of our staff, we moved the event indoors, and that was very fun. Thank you so much for the quick thinking and the hard work. And also we thank our residents, and as we went through the 4 or 5 day heat wave, and with the fires and the very bad air quality, I think our community watching out for each other, looking over the heat and also the bad quality. And the library event will be amazing. Thank you, Councilmember Lowe, for being part of the committee, bringing that up. And I am wondering, City Manager Fox, are we able to create a proclamation for Childhood Cancer Awareness Month and present it at the Dash for Hope? Is that something that we can do?
I believe that it is.
Okay, then we'll do that. I will be. I'm actually looking forward to the event and when the community comes together. I know there are many events that are happening on that day, and this is definitely one of ones we'll be there to support. And well, we did a run and play some tunes, and we're looking forward to it. And with that, I will say good night. Thank you so much, and we'll call it today's meeting concludes adjourns at 7:14. Thank you so much.